So the first thing is, I think I already said that I'm a member of the Vancouver Food Policy Council. We organized this event tonight. And do you know what the Food Policy Council is? Can I hear it if you know what that is? Can we hear it? Oh, you need to. Okay, so some people need to know about that. It's okay. It's kind of can be pretty nerdy, so I understand if you don't know what it is, because it can kind of be policy heavy, but also we get to do awesome stuff like this. So it's a group of citizens in Vancouver. We have 21 members. It's volunteer, and our purpose is to advise City Council, and we also work with the Park Board, with the School Board, and a bit with Vancouver Coastal Health around how to create a just and sustainable food system. So that can be anything from policy recommendations to doing outreach, to giving advice on, for example, the upcoming food strategy for the City of Vancouver. And it's folks from all different parts of the food system. We have everything from composting experts and urban farmers, academics, nutritionists, food manufacturers, chefs. So we try to represent the entire food system. And we meet once a month at City Hall in the jury basement in the Strathcona room on the second Wednesday of every month in the evening. And Brent, who is one of the co-chairs of the Food Policy Council, will be telling you a bit about that again at the end of the night, so you remember, because you're welcome to come out. We have a 21-member council, and we usually have about 20 people from the public that come out. And it's amazing. It's standing room only. Yeah, I noticed that there are some folks that have come in, and there are plenty of seats if you'd like to come and take a spot. Don't feel like you can't move while I'm talking. You can walk while I talk. It's fine. We do have a few seats right up front here. Maybe you want to sit there, Heather, do? So this event itself was put on by the working group that is concerned with neighborhood level food security, and I'm so excited to be part of that working group because when you start talking about food security and food issues at the neighborhood level, you really get to talk about people and the great stuff that they're doing and the energy and how much we can do just by getting to know our neighbors and helping each other out. So it's really awesome to be able to work on that level. I'm so excited about all of you that are here, and I'm curious if you could make some noise. If you already are involved with some kind of food project in your neighborhood, let me hear it. Hardly anyone probably knew what the Food Policy Council was. But you don't even need to know, because you're already doing it. Great. So this event tonight, the purpose was to allow folks who maybe are really interested in learning more about what's happening in the neighborhoods to get a sense of what is going on, and to allow us to celebrate the work that each of the current neighborhood food networks that are working in the city has been doing. And part of it was inspired by some funding that they got through the Greenest Neighborhoods grants, so they all kind of agreed that they wanted to do something public, so that was sort of the start of this. So you're going to see 6 presentations tonight. Each presentation, there will be an introducer, and the introducer is a city-wide group that does work in the neighborhood. So they'll come up, they'll do a little spiel about what they do and what their resources are for a neighborhood, and then they'll introduce the presenter, who will have a handsome PowerPoint presentation and will wow you in 5 minutes with the awesome ideas about what they do in their neighborhood. You are here as the audience. That's awesome. You have a name tag on, I hope, that says your name and your neighborhood. That's going to come in handy later when we do a little networking. And also, I hope that you take these ideas with you. We are recording tonight, so if you have friends that couldn't make it, let them know that we'll be sending out the word when they're up on YouTube. We're going to make a little channel, and you can share the information with your friends. So the format for tonight, we'll have the presentations with the introducers. Everybody's been given strict timelines, and they're totally going to stick to them because we have a teapot right here, which these volunteers that we've planted in the front row have agreed to hold on their head for 4 minutes. And then when there's 1 minute left in the presentation time, they will lift it up, and the presenter will go, "Oh gosh, the teapot has been lifted. I better wrap up now." If that ergonomically is incorrect for someone, or it's going to hurt their wrist, they can use both hands and just hold it up in the air and then lift it higher when the 4 minute time limit comes. So we'll do that. We have a little networking activity to do at the halftime. It's kind of like the halftime show. I didn't want to have like a whole intermission where you get to go away and maybe not come back. So I thought we'll just keep everybody in the room here. And what we're going to do is those little cards that you got when you came that say, here's my card. It has a room for your name, your neighborhood, and something that you're interested in to do with food. If you didn't have time to fill it out, you'll still get to chat with people, so it's okay. But at that point, we're going to get everyone to stand up and move in the room west to east, north up there, like the mountains, and down here would be south, like Richmond's kind of almost in the water. We're going to get you to move and sit down again, and then you're going to meet the person beside you and meet the person in front or behind you. You're going to exchange the cards. You'll notice that there isn't anywhere to actually put your contact info on there because we didn't want to creep you out by asking you to give your phone number to strangers. But we will see a presentation later by Village Vancouver, and they have a super duper website where you can sign up and say what your neighborhood is. So you could say, we want to talk further about this. I'm going to sign up and you can find me on Village. So then you don't have to give away your phone number to people that you haven't vetted yet. No. So when we do the west-east thing, the first time you look to your left, second time the front row will turn around and talk to the row behind it, and we'll continue to go that way all the way to the back. If it doesn't tidily work out for you that there's someone right behind you, it's okay. You could do a three-way. We're okay with that. No judgment. So then after that, we'll have 3 more presentations by the coordinators of the networks. And then the last half hour, we're going to have just open networking. We've got all these gorgeous presentations that have been put up. And when you hear these 5-minute presentations, you're going to be like, oh, I really wanted to hear more about that. And then you can go and ask those people, or ask the people that did introducing about their organization, or talk to your neighbor that you just met. So I have a few shout outs and then we're going to get on. So is there anyone here from Hastings Sunrise? Let me hear it. I can't really see you, so you have to be loud. Yeah. So Emerging Network, Neighbourhood Food Network in Hastings Sunrise. Thanks for being here, Hastings Sunrise. Is there anyone here from the recently formed South Vancouver Neighbourhood Food Network? Hey, they're looking for more members. Yes! There is one. Look them up on Facebook. And then I'd like to say thank you to Brenda Racanelli and the community center here, the Roundhouse, for hosting this event. Thank you so much. The space is just gorgeous. We're so happy to be here. Thank you to Chashma Hines for producing the poster that went out to all the community centers in Vancouver. Thank you to Benita and Farm Folk City Folk, especially Benita for the idea about the teapot. That was her idea. As well as the coordinators having tables here tonight, we have the City of Vancouver with the food strategy that they're working on, and we also have foodtree.com here, and that's an online citizen-driven iPhone app and website where you can map food assets in the city, which is pretty cutting edge, and I almost don't understand it, but there's going to be a screen over there. You can go and try that. And then I have a few other shout-outs. Can I have the people from the Food Policy Council do a wave and some noise so people can see who you are and talk to you later? Yeah? That's the Food Policy Council. These are the ones that showed up tonight, which should be most of them. And then I would like to do a shout out to some elected officials who have taken the time out of their busy schedules to be here, including Aaron Jasper. Let's have another deal in the house. Keith Johnson from the Policy Council from the City Council, and Aaron is from the Park Board, so it's awesome to see them here. We also have some folks that are running for Park Board that have shown up because I harassed them yesterday and said, like, where do you live and what do you think about food? So maybe you want to wave so people can harass you later and talk to you about how you think about food. Awesome, thanks for coming. And then finally, I'd like to thank all of the introducers, the organizations that have come to do 1 minute about their organization and then to introduce these awesome coordinators and networks. Oh, and I guess the volunteers too. Yes, thanks so much for all of your help. And that means now I get to say, I'm sorry, coordinators, would you like to come up and have a seat? These are the folks that will be presenting tonight. Come on and take a seat at the fancy green tablecloth table here. Yeah, you can, just do it really casually. Don't walk faster. So these are the folks that are making lots of stuff happen in our neighborhoods and are going to talk for 5 minutes about it tonight with handsome slides which they have painstakingly created so that they only